Having a strong brand identity can help you command higher prices for your products. And this has been proven on all different industries, including automobiles to luxury timepieces. So, today we are going to be talking about the 7 steps that can help you define a strong brand identity. But first, let's go into what is a brand identity. Basically, brand identity or a visual identity refers to the entire design of your brand, from your logos to your packaging design to your website and everything that is basically designed by a brand designer. So previously we've talked about brand strategy, and basically that brand strategy is kind of like the foundation that helps us determine what kind of brand identity should we be using to promote our business. So when it comes to developing the brand identity, basically there are 7 essential steps that you should be looking into. So number one is our brand strategy. And if you have joined us for our last episode, basically you will already have a better understanding and better idea on how to craft your brand strategy. And you will also have a free workbook that you can use to help you craft your clear-cut brand strategy. And after you have your brand strategy in place, you will most probably have a better idea on what your brand direction is, and therefore will be much more easier to craft the remaining visual identity that includes your logo designs, color schemes, typography, brand collaterals, packaging design, and then finally all of this design and also your brand strategy should be included and delivered in the brand guidelines. So the brand guidelines will later be used to help your brand maintain its authenticity, especially if you are working with lots of different creatives or a larger team. All right, so let's get into each different steps. So step one is brand strategy. So I won't be going too much in depth into this for this video, because on our last video we have been talking about brand strategy and how you are able to craft. So if you want to craft a clear-cut strategy that will help you determine what kind of visual identity is suitable for your brand, then be sure to go into our channel and find our last episode to help you align your brand strategy. So next we have our logo design. So when you are crafting your logo, it's not about finding something that's completely unique or the best logo design. What you want to do is have something that's simple, readable, so and also it fits the messaging that you are putting out for your brand. All right, so if you are a coffee shop, it should um, not it doesn't always have to be literal, so you don't always have to be a coffee bean or coffee cup. But if you are able to use word mark or use typography to express what kind of coffee shop you are, that way it will be much more memorable and will be much more unique. For instance, so next we have our color schemes. So when choosing your color, you want to be sure already have a better idea of your brand strategy. So previously we have talked about our brand strategy, and it really dictates and influence what color should we be using, because different goals require different kind of colors to help us achieve a certain kind of personality or mood or deliver a certain tone of voice. Next, we have typography. So again, coming back to your tone of voice and also your personality, your typography kind of sets the tone, because if you kind of think of it, most of your marketing will only be words. And if you use a lot of typography that looks eco-friendly, of course they will have that kind of perception tied to your brand. And if you use lots of elegant fonts, people might view it as a much more elegant brand. So it depends on what kind of direction you are going forward with. And also make sure that when you choose typography for your brand, you want to make sure that it's clearly readable and it can be used in all sorts of different situations and environments, and to make sure that your brand looks consistent. So next, we will be looking into crafting the brand collaterals. So when we talk about brand collaterals, this includes your business cards, your letterheads, your stationery, and if you are an F&B business, this might also include, thank you cards, loyalty cards, takeaway bags, or individual packaging stickers, all of these different things that you will be using to create that brand experience. So essentially, you want to make sure that before you design your collaterals, you have already confirmed this uh, few things ahead of time. All right, so you want to make sure that your logo design is confirmed, your color scheme fully confirmed, and that way you are able to recreate and adapt it to all your different collaterals, right? So that way it looks consistent and professional and a part of the same brand. And next, we will be looking into your packaging design. So this will be one of the most important part if you are selling a product, is your packaging design. So packaging your products in a certain way will affect how people perceive your brand. So if you are a eco-friendly, eco-conscious company, that means that you should be packaging your products a certain way to deliver that message. And finally, we will be having a brand guidelines to compile all of our information, and that way you are able to train future generations. Because when you talk about branding and starting a company, most probably like Apple, like McDonald's, of course the CEO have changed, and it's ever growing. So you have to have guidelines to make sure that everyone on the team is comfortable, or I would say already knowledgeable of how to maintain the brand, and the certain brand systems. And of course, we will be having a separate video to talk more specifically about the brand guidelines and what is included later on. But in this video, we will be just going through all of the steps that is necessary to help you start um, planning your visual identity for your business. Okay, so another freebie that we have is this ebook that will help outline each individual steps that you need to take to create a memorable brand identity. So this ebook will basically change how you approach branding, and it will outline the step-by-step journey to help you launch your brand. And also we would basically we included 3 case study of successful brand that we have launched previously, so you can have a better idea on how brands are launched, and how you can approach branding your own way. So go ahead and download through the link, and I will see you on the next episode.